Welcome back to another episode of Healing Through the Mother. We've begun this episode for a while, and this is Healing Through the Mother episode 4. Yes, I believe you're going to enjoy it. My name is Ololade James. I talk about children and parenting, and I call myself an advocate for children. So the mother wound and the return of the inner child is what we're going to call this episode. Because there are wounds we inherit even before we learn how to speak. That wound that we do not bleed through skin, wound that does not show on your skin, wounds that are not obvious, wounds that shape the way we love, the way we trust, the way we fear, and the way we even dream. These are the mother's wound, the deep impression passed through us or passed to us from generations to generation. Not out of malice now, but out of survival. Yes. Our mother carried theirs. Your mother carried ours. Our mother carried our own as well. And you as a child, you're carrying yours for a long time. But something powerful is about to happen in your lineage. That's if you take the bold step of healing. You have been choosing to interrupt the pattern. You have been choosing to break the quiet suffering that was once normalized. Yes, you have chosen healing not for yourself alone, but for every child who comes from your womb, your heart, your leadership, and your energy field. This is why healing is necessary and is important. Take the bold step. That's why we are calling. And it begins with you returning into your inner child. Returning into that inner child that always yearned for love. How do you do that? The forgotten child who still lives within you. You have to bring them out. You have to remember of such child. There is a child inside you, not imaginary, not symbolic, but real. A living and emotional memory, a pure essence that remembers. That's why I said you have to remember deep down inside you that inner child. For instance, the softness it needed, the warmth it once craved for, the safety it never fully received. These are things your inner child has been craving for, including the love that felt uncertain. The moment where your voice was swallowed for peace to reign, when you can't even talk your mind, you can't say your mind, just for peace to reign. This child is not weak. This child is sacred. When you allow yourself to sit quietly without distraction, you can almost hear that inner child of yours. You see it, you hold it, and you allow it to exist. This is you trying to remember through the past, trying to remember the inner child which you have shut down ever since. And this is where healing begins. Healing through the mother requires that you bring that child home. And bringing that child home means bring the child out of your inner self and being able to let the voice of that child be heard. How the inner child learns to adapt now. Every unhealed mother wound cries adaptation before becoming strong too early, because we are always becoming strong too early. Hiding emotion to avoid judgment. Yes, we do that a lot. Becoming the parent in the relationship. Feeling responsible for everyone's happiness. You shut your own self down so as everyone else can be happy. Your inner child is craving for to come out. Learn to shrink to avoid conflict. Feeling unsafe receiving love. You feel like you are not safe when you get too much love, or when someone is always caring for you too much. These adaptations help you survive, but now they are no longer needed because healing has begun. You have decided to heal. You have taken the bold step to healing. The adult you has tools the child does not have. You cannot give yourself what no one gave you consistently. Presence, compassion, validation, and permission. You give all this to yourself because no one gave you compassionately. The moment you decide to reparent yourself, like I said in my previous video, you reparent yourself. There comes a moment in every healthy healing journey where you realize my mother's wounds are not my identity. Her fear are not my destiny. Her limitation are not my boundaries. This is you trying to wake up, and this is you trying to heal and reparent yourself, whereby you make your compassion feel seen and you receive the love wholeheartedly. This moment is powerful. It is the first breath of liberation. Yes, reparenting yourself. What does reparenting yourself means? Speaking to yourself gently, giving yourself the love you once begged for, giving yourself the love you once yearned for, allowing your emotions instead of judging them, allowing yourself to voice out and open your voice and speak out the truth, setting boundaries without guilt, saying no when required without feeling bad of saying no, not making yourself feel unhappy, not making others feel unhappy. Happy when you are unhappy. Unlearning the fear of abandonment. Maybe you are always fearful of abandonment. Unlearning it. Teaching yourself how to receive care. Yes, you deserve it. This is the return to softness. The softness your lineage lost long time ago. Yes. Healing through the mother procedures. Now, a new pattern begins with you once all these are being ascertained. Yes, when a woman heals a wound, sometimes cosmic shifts, the energy shifts, the universe shifts, the creator himself is happy. Our energy recalibrates, our nervous system resets, our intuition awakens, our children, born and unborn, breathe easier, and our lineage excel. You stop repeating what you used to mirror. You stop adapting what is not supposed to be adapted, and you start modeling what you never saw. For the first time in generation, your lineage learns. Yes, they learn what emotional maturity looks like. They learn what healthy boundaries feel like, what unconditional self-love sounds like, what spiritual alignment and energy shift looks like in a woman's life. You begin to see the softness of life, and you begin to see the good thing and the good part of life and the enjoyment part of life. You become the matrices of transformation, not through perfection but through consciousness. Yes, healing through the mother is not about blaming people who raise you, your guardians or parents. It is about understanding the woman behind each parenting. It is about knowing reasons why this has been going on, and knowing that you are the end, you are the chosen one to stop it. The girl she once was, the wound she carried unhealed, the dream she had to abandon, the love she expressed or she couldn't express because no one taught her how to express it. These are things we have to heal from. When you see humanity, you release the burden of resentment, and in that moment, even silently, the relationship between the two souls begins to shift. Yes, forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself from the emotional debt that was never yours to hold. Your children will thank you one day for this, and I believe you enjoyed this series. Thank you for staying by today. See you some other time. Bye for now.